Okay, this is an instruction video on how to fill out the weekly Pickem forms. We'll be doing a video similar to this later in the season on how to do the Pick 12 and also the playoff forms so that there's less confusion this year. Try to make this thing as simple as possible. So I'll just walk you through how this is meant to be filled out for the week. And then all you need to do is review this video if you're unsure how to do it. It seems to be pretty intuitive, but doesn't hurt to check and see exactly how we're intending it to use. So here it goes. You find the email that Coach Enright sends you for the Pickem form for the week. Double click on his email to open it up, and then select the attachment and then open that up. And then this is what it should look like when it opens up, and I just expand it here so that it fits my screen. You'll notice here is a place for your name, so the first thing you should do is put your name in there, and I'm just going to put my full name in here so that he knows the difference between me and my wife. Then you'll notice on here that the game selections for the week are in yellow boxes, and there's a yellow box at the bottom of this that has the information here on how to fill out the form. So complete this form by simply typing an X spot next to the box of the team that you think will win. And then the bottom here says the tiebreakers. It goes with these gray boxes. You actually put a number in for the score down here. You don't put X's in, you put numbers in these. And we'll just go through this whole thing, and I'll just fill it out for the week as an example of how this is done. On this very first week, there's also an example form here, and this is what it should look like when you're done. All right, and we'll just go through here and go do these selections so you can see how this is formed. So these aren't necessarily going to be my picks for the week, but I'm just going to do this as an example. So I'll pick Pittsburgh here, we'll pick Atlanta, Baltimore, Carolina, Denver, Minnesota, Houston, Indianapolis, New Orleans, Dallas, Arizona, Giants, Seattle, Chicago, New England, and then San Diego. And then, so that's how you fill out the X's. And it doesn't matter if it's a capital X or a small x, it just needs to be an X. If you put any other letter in there, it won't work. It has to be an X. And then you come down here and you look at the gray boxes. And in this week is unique because there's 2 Monday Night Football games, so you have to be able to put the numbers in for both games to have a double tiebreaker. The rest of the weeks, it's just one game until we get down to the playoffs. Then you actually have to do this again. But for the gray boxes here, you have to match up, make sure your winner reflects the winners that you had up here. And so if you have New England up here as the winner, obviously the higher score, so I'm just going to type in an arbitrary number here. It has to be higher than the Buffalo number, so I'll just put in a number down here for Buffalo. And then I have San Diego win here, so this will be the higher number. We'll choose 32 there, and we'll give Oakland 21. All right, so that's basically it. And then all you have to do is come up here and say File, Save As, and then find a unique place on your computer to save it to, just so you have a copy of the form. And I'm going to put it in pick form, and I've already done this once, so this is how I fill mine out. I just put week 1 email and then my name, M. Louthan, and I save it. And it's going to ask me to overwrite the one I've already done because I've done this as an example before we recorded, so you can see how it was done. Now, some other things on this form that you can see is this is a link to the NFL website, which will show you where all the information I put on all these sheets comes from, basically. And this is just the schedule for the NFL. You can see all these things are in here, and they actually now have all the lineups on the XM radio, which wasn't available when I made out these forms. But I might go back and try to put all this back in. But that's all that does, is take you to the NFL schedule on NFLnetwork.com.